The tribunal chamber aboard Nexus Station 7 hummed with the low drone of translation matrices as Aaron Vale stood before the Judicial Council. The human's worn jacket and scuffed boots contrasted sharply with the pristine metallic floors that reflected the stern faces of three alien adjudicators. Human Aaron Vale, the lead adjudicator, a Vexari with chitinous plates covering most of its torso, clicked disapprovingly. You have been found in violation of Station Regulation 47 Alpha. You provided emergency medical assistance without proper galactic certification. RN shifted his weight, jaw tight. A kid was dying. The Quellen child had anaphylactic shock from atmospheric contamination. I had the EpiPen equivalent. Was I supposed to just watch? The law does not account for emotional reasoning, another adjudicator interjected, its translator rendering the words in cold, mechanical tones. You could have summoned certified personnel. They were 20 minutes out. The kid had 3 minutes, maybe less. The council deliberated for exactly 47 seconds before the Vexari spoke again. Your intentions are noted but irrelevant. The fine is set at 12,000 galactic credits. Payment is due within one standard cycle. Aaron's face went pale. 12,000 credits was more than he'd make in 4 months working cargo handling. He'd come to Nexus Station 7 to escape Earth's economic collapse, not to be bankrupted by bureaucratic nonsense. As Aaron trudged back toward the habitation sector, his mind raced through impossible calculations. He could sell his tools, maybe pawn his father's old watch, but it still wouldn't be enough. Lost in thought, he nearly tripped over a small figure darting between supply crates. Watch it! A high-pitched voice squeaked. Aaron looked down to see a young Quellen barely waist-high, with downy fur covering a compact, vaguely ursine body. Large eyes blinked up at him with surprising intelligence. The cub wore a makeshift vest adorned with various pilfered trinkets. Cub Tur? Aaron recognized the youngster from the communal hab levels. Tur was notorious among the station's residents, always getting into mischief with the other cubs from various species who formed an unofficial gang of young troublemakers. You're the human who saved Quelm. Tyr's ears perked up. My clutch brother. The elder said you got in big trouble for it. Aaron managed a weak smile. Yeah, well, 12,000 credits worth of trouble. Tyr's expression darkened, small paws clenching into fists. That's wrong, you saved him. The council is stupid. Can't argue with that, Aaron muttered, continuing toward his quarters. What Aaron didn't know was that Cub Tur immediately scampered off to gather the station's most resourceful young residents, a conspiracy of cubs representing 7 different species, each with their own unique talents. 3 days later, Aaron received a notification on his datapad. His fine had been paid in full. Confused, he made his way to the administrative offices where a flustered Vexari clerk shuffled through digital records. Yes, it's all here, the clerk muttered. Payment received. 12,000 credits worth of supplies? Supplies? The clerk's mandibles clicked nervously. Medical equipment, spare parts, condensed rations, water filtration components. All items recently reported missing from various storage facilities. Somehow processed through legitimate channels and credited to your account. Aaron's eyes widened. We're aware you didn't steal them, the clerk interrupted. The security footage is ... perplexing. Later, Aaron discovered exactly how perplexing. The station's security chief, a grizzled Korthian, showed him edited footage of the heist. Cubs from multiple species had coordinated a sophisticated operation. Viksha cubs with their natural climbing abilities accessed high shelves. Quellen cubs like Tur used their small size to navigate ventilation systems, and even a pair of crystalline Lithara juveniles had hacked security protocols using harmonic frequencies adults couldn't produce. Technically, the security chief rumbled, no laws were broken. The supplies were surplus inventory scheduled for recycling. The cubs simply expedited the process and redirected the goods through official salvage and trade protocols. They organized all this for me? You saved one of their own, the Korthian said simply. To cubs, that matters more than regulations. That evening, Aaron found Cub Tur and the gang lounging in their usual hideout, a forgotten observation deck overlooking the station's docking bays. Tur grinned, showing tiny pointed teeth. You're not mad, are you? The cub asked. Aaron sat down among the youngsters, surrounded by species from across the galaxy. I should be. What you did was dangerous. But fun. A Viksha cub chirped. And necessary, Tur added firmly. The adults forget sometimes. Rules aren't more important than doing what's right. Aaron looked at all of them, and realized something profound. These children, barely old enough to understand galactic politics, had grasped something their elders had lost in centuries of bureaucracy. They understood that laws were meant to serve life, not the other way around. "Thank you," Aaron said quietly. "All of you." Tur climbed into Aaron's lap, purring softly. "You're part of our pack now." That's what packs do. The following week, the incident became something of a legend on Nexus Station 7. The Cubs had exposed a ridiculous inefficiency in the system, valuable supplies rotting in storage while people suffered for lack of resources. The council, embarrassed by being outsmarted by children, quietly revised several regulations. Aaron kept working cargo, but now he had a dozen young shadows following him around the station, eager to learn about human problem-solving and what Tur called the human way of fixing stupid rules. The Vexari adjudicator approached Aaron one day in the cargo bay. "Your fine has been officially pardoned," it announced stiffly. "Additionally, you've been granted provisional medical assistance authorization." "What changed?" Aaron asked. The adjudicator's plates shifted in what might have been embarrassment. "Let's say the Cubs taught us that sometimes humans break rules for the right reasons. Perhaps that's not a flaw but a feature." As the adjudicator left, Aaron felt Cub Tur tug on his sleeve. "Does this mean you can help more people now?" "Yeah, Cub, I guess it does." Tyr's eyes sparkled with mischief. "Good, because there are a lot more stupid rules we need to fix." Aaron laughed, ruffling the Cub's fur. "One at a time, Tur, one at a time." But as he looked at the determined faces of the young ones around him, Aaron realized something that would have terrified the station's bureaucrats. He was teaching the next generation of rule breakers. And maybe, just maybe, that was exactly what the galaxy needed.